Sir, are we recording this session?
Yeah, you can record.
Thank you, sir.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So, shall I start now, sir?
Yes, please.
Hello, namaste, and good evening. This is Manashvi, and on behalf of Furoptim IBITS team, I'd like to welcome you all to our IBITS e-learning session. A brief introduction about our program. The IBITS e-learning session is an initiative by Furoptim, and it is an interactive program where we discuss various optometric topics. Before we start with today's session, a small reminder to our audience. Please don't forget to keep your mics muted, and if you all have any questions, please type them out in the conversation box and we will discuss them after the session or presentation is over. So, without further ado, today we have Dr. Chandrasekhar Chavan, who is going to talk to us about how we can incorporate myopia control in our practices. A brief introduction to our speaker today. Dr. Chandrasekhar Chavan is currently working in Orlando, USA at Laser Eye Jewelry and Oviedo Vision Center. He has completed his PhD in physics from University of Bombay and is a fellow of Scleral Lens in Education Society, USA. He's also the inventor of cosmetic and prosthetic RGP scleral lenses in addition to being a scleral lens consultant, myopia control practitioner, orthokeratologist, optometrist, and an ocularist. He is also the first fellow of Boston Foundation for Sight in USA. Like Honorable Dr. Abdul Kalam, Dr. Chavan also returned to his motherland to bring back advanced technologies in sector of custom-made artificial eyes, scleral lens, orthokeratology, myopia control, RGP cosmetic scleral lenses, which then has been providing special effect in Hollywood and Bollywood film industries. He has patents in multiple fields of works and has also authored 2 books, published scientific papers, and is truly a renowned personality. His name is also listed in World's Who's Who directory in USA. He is indeed a real gem. We welcome Dr. Chandrasekhar Chavan, sir. We are very pleased and excited to have you here with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Manaswi. You are so kind of you. Okay. So I guess I start with my presentation.
Yes, sir. We can start the presentation now.
Yeah. So at the outset, I would like to thank the For Optom organizers who has given me this opportunity to interact with all of you today on subject of incorporating myopia control into your practice. I'll try to give you as much tips, as many tips as possible within this 45 minutes to 1 hour presentation. So let's start. This presentation is getting stuck in between, so I have to restart every time. Okay, there we go. Okay, so why we should incorporate myopia control? That's the basic thing, right? We have been doing optometry practices, refraction, contact lenses, and diagnostics and a lot of other stuff, but the whole world is going to become myopic, almost 50% of the population by 2020. This is one of the predictions from Brian Holden Vision Institutes. So it's a epidemic of myopia. Like now everybody knows what is pandemic. So it is similar to that, but epidemic is different than pandemic, that it is related to the regions and particular caste communities and races. So basically it's a genetical factor that combines with the natural environment and it manifests. So almost 1/3 of the world's population lives in India and around SAARC countries. So for us it is a major concern. So you look at it as a eye care practitioner, that it is your responsibility to learn, understand and provide this treatment for our patients. So opticians, optometrists and ophthalmologists, these are the eye care practitioners that we consider. We work as a team, hand in hand. So all of these 3 entities are responsible for myopia control. So how do we start? So to get ready for incorporating myopia control into your practice, of course you have to learn. So education is most important, then certification, because you can learn from Google, you can learn from so many places, but somebody has to cross check it, right? So that's where the certification comes in, whether you are running correctly or not. Then of course you need a hands-on training, so that you get a practical experience on how to proceed with the things. You may need little extra equipments like topographers and any other trial sets for that, if you are into orthokeratology, of course. Then of course you should learn and apply. If you do this, you can give a better service to your patients or customers. They can become loyal to you, and of course you can stand out in a crowd, and definitely you will get a more revenue out of your practice. So there are a lot of certifications available. Certification in multifocal soft contact lens fitting for myopia control, then orthokeratology certifications, then certification in myopia control spectacle lens fitting. This is a new thing that is coming up now that FDA has approved. So far FDA never approved the myopia control. So whatever treatment we were offering to our patient were all off-label, they call it. But now it is approved. The multifocal lens is approved by FDA. Some special spectacle designs are being approved by US FDA. So now opticians also has a major role into this. So there is a one-day certification course for optometrist that we conduct at Shekhar Eye Research in Mumbai. You can email at shekhar@shekhar.com for that if you are interested. Of course, all of you are optometrists or ophthalmologists or opticians, so you know myopia. So I'm not going to go into basic details. So two more words you should now understand and learn is myopic defocus and hyperopic defocus. Of course, myopia is focusing in front of the retina, so you have to get some kind of optical device or some device where you can get that focus onto the fovea, right? And you have to get this focus here. This axial length is a measurement to understand whether the eyeball is deformed or it's causing any stress on the retina or not. So you need to measure the axial length. So this is a peripheral retina. Now sorry about this. Muscati. So if you are up to -3 and this factor, so I give 1 point for that. I'll tell you in detail about my point system after. That is called myopic defocus. By some kind of optical device, you can send a signal to the brain that instead of growing, stop growing and maybe reduce. It may not reduce, but it will put a brake on the actual elongation of the eyeball. So what choices we have? We have multifocal or progressive spectacle lenses. Then we have multifocal soft contact lenses. You need at least two focus, right? One for the seeing clearly, that is for the distance, that will give a focus on the fovea, and at the periphery we want something that will give a focus inside the retina, right? So you have distance at the center, and at the periphery there is a near correction, that is plus power there. And orthokeratology lenses, which are actually came into practice as a myopic alternative treatment for myopia, but over a period of time they realized that because of this reverse geometry design, it is causing plus power, and that is giving a myopic defocus on the retina. So that's how it works. Now if you see at this particular picture here, when you give soft contact lenses, soft multifocal contact lenses, you are treating the 360 degree of retina. Ortho-K also does 360 degree retina. whereas when you give spectacles, it is treating only half of the area. So if you see the previous slide of Earl Smith, there is going to be a shape modification, and only half of the treatment will be given. So what you need is a 360-degree treatment. So of course, let us start with orthokeratology. As I said, there are a lot of free training programs, certification programs online. I'll be giving you some links later in my slides. You must go online and see. It's very easy and simple to understand and learn the concepts. Of course, you need to do a hands-on practice and other stuff to go into details. But basically, what is orthokeratology? It's a reverse geometry contact lens, and it reshapes the cornea when you are sleeping. It's just like ortho dentistry. You can do some wires. The dentist does wiring and everything and gets the teeth in a position. So similarly, you can change the shape of the eyeball by using this reverse geometry lenses. So you wear in the night minimum 6 hours, and the holding time, that is during the daytime, patient don't have to use any correction and patient can see clearly. So for that you need an extra instrument called topography, because now you are doing some changes and modification on the cornea. So you should know what you are doing. If there is any changes to be done, if it is not working for some reason, going back to topography, you understand what is going wrong. So you need a full refraction. You need to know K1, K2, that is the corneal curvatures. HUID decides the diameter of the lens, and there are certain companies who are offering this type of lenses in India and our continent. Euclid, Contex OK, Paragon, CRT, these are the famous brands, and there are so many other brands which are coming in India. So this is called overnight orthokeratology. It works up to -8 diopters, and it works up to -3. Of course, you have to have a special design like a toric orthokeratology lenses. There is a difference between ortho-K for myopia control and a regular ortho-K. So regular ortho-K has a optical zone or treatment zone about 7.6 mm, whereas for myopia control you need a smaller optical zone. So to create a myopic defocus at the periphery and effective myopic defocus, so that you definitely get a signal to the brain that stop progression. So it's a special design for myopia control. As I said, pupil size dependent, smaller optic zone to cause a myopic defocus at the peripheral retina. Now when you have a smaller optic zone, there is going to be a distortion or aberration in the vision because of the peripheral shortening of the defocused area. But in my practice I have found, and all over world it has been noticed, that children don't complain about that. Only the adult complains if you have a smaller optic zone, because then in the evening while driving or doing activities they find it distortion difficulty. So children usually don't drive, so no problem. So here you can monitor the actual length. You can use A-scan or IL master, and you can confirm or cross check with the refraction every 1 year. So these are some of the websites that you can go online and do your certification. Get Emerald certified, ortho-K, oklens.com, Paragon CRT also has free certification programs. Myopia Research has some programs. So these are the websites that you can log on, go to the certification section and provide your details, and you can actually, they will give you some training like a teaching slides, and then they will ask you some questions, and if you pass those questions at the end of the sessions, you will get a certificate that you can download. For hands-on training and certification, you can go on shekhara.com and inquire for that. So this is a practical hands-on 2-day training for a charge, and if you are really serious, you can attend that, or you go to any other optometrists who are doing orthokeratology practice and learn under him. The third option that we have, which is very famous among ophthalmologists, most of the pediatric ophthalmologists are prescribing this low dose atropine. Now this started with Singapore. Donald Tan, who is a pioneer in this, their famous study is called atom one study, and then they came up with the atom 2. In atom 1 they used 1% atropine, and then they formulated it
One
to
dose.
0.5, 0.1%, like that. And but it was not easily available or freely available, because not many companies manufactured that. Fortunately, in India, a company called Entod has come up with a Mitro eye drops, which is 0.01%. So it doesn't cause any accommodation lag, it doesn't cause any pupil dilatation, it doesn't cause any side effects, and it is safe and easy to use. Whereas in the US, what they did one study called sample study, and they found the most effective dose is 0.025%. Since we have 0.01%, you can have a double dose. So this is how I use atropine for my children's. So in India it's 0.1% atropine, so one drop at every night, and you can repeat one more drop after 30 seconds, so the dosage is more. It has to be continued for at least 2 years. Then maybe you can taper it off by putting it alternate nights, continue for 1 month, then again leave 2 nights, 1 month, like that you continue till 1 week, alternate for 1 month, and then after 6 months you can stop it. Then monitor the child after 2 years or 1 year. If you see any slightest progression, you can again continue using the atropine eye drops. If you are worried that the child is in a high risk group, or you want to do some more aggressive myopia control, then you can combine two therapies. You can put atropine, as well as you use some kind of dual defocus device like multifocal soft contact lenses or orthokeratology, or of course now the spectacles are also coming up in the market. So this you can do. You can start from any age, 5 years to 6 years, it's up to you. The moment you realize the child is going to myopia progression, both parents are myopic, is high risk, if you can convince the parents, you can start the active interference. Now come back to multifocal soft contact lenses, which is easily available nowadays in India also. So as you know, we need two focus, one for the foveal correction, that is to see clearly, and second for the myopic defocus, to send a signal to brain to stop progression. So this MySight company MySight is a brand name. Cooper Vision is the company who got a US FDA approval for their multifocal design, and it is definitely proven that it is giving some kind of myopia control. Progression is reduced or stopped. So they have 1 day disposable soft contact lenses. They are still not available in India, but slowly it will come. So it has a 4 treatment zone, and it is +2 diopters. So this is a distance correction. Then there is a +2 addition to that, whatever is the distance correction, say -3. So it will have -1 here, then again -3 here, -1 here. So like that, it has a multiple focus, and that theory they use for giving a myopic defocus. In myopia control, when we give ortho-K lenses, it is definite. It gives almost 80% myopia control, because you get more than +6 diopters in defocus. Here of course +2 diopter, but they have shown that it is effective. In India we have MF Arc multifocal soft contact lenses. They comes in daily, weekly and monthly disposables. They are customized. The previous one, this one is fixed. It's a unifit lens. You can't alter much of it. You can't change the diameter or pupil size or anything. Here you can change whatever you want. You can give the pupil size, you can give the HVID, and then they will decide what best diameter of the lens and base curve, etc. It is available up to -12 diopters, and it is in +3 addition. It's kind of better. So you have to mention pupil size, HVID, K1, K2, power, and you can email it to this lasereye2020@gmail.com, and they will get back to you. So if you want to start basic, that is what people have been doing. Most of the ophthalmologists are using this kind of treatment, which is combined with atropine, bifocal spectacles. Executive bifocal is more effective than a progressive addition lenses because it covers more area. In fact, the first study on executive bifocal, which was published from Canada, showed 50% myopia control. That's how the interest started in optical industry, to give more and more defocus areas. So the first approved design by US FDA is Sight Glass Vision. So they have, of course, they have not disclosed the design, but they have done a lot of studies, and they come up with a pattern, and those lenses are been prescribed. They got almost 75% myopia control in 12 months time, and action length control they got up almost 50% in 12 months period. So it's interesting to know that designs. Another company which is very famous is Zeiss MyoVision Pro. They have some kind of a design which is 360 degree, and they also have two different designs, Zeiss MyoKid and Zeiss MyoVision. Of course, they have different designs in the lenses. That is optical lens, which is easy to use. It for the people who are afraid of putting contact lenses in the eyes, this is the easy and better way. Of course, the most important thing with the contact lens, multifocal soft lens or ortho K, is exactly centered. So there is no distortion. There is a definite continuous signal on the brain. But when you wear glasses, as you know, the children are very notorious. They don't keep it focused. The spectacle keeps on falling down, going up and down here, there. But of course, it still works. So SLR also has come up with Myo P Lux design, which has again kind of a double executive bifocal kind of design. So going back to the Earl Smith picture of that chicken, so you can see this is going to be a deformation of the eyeball, and of course when there is no treatment, that area is going to elongate. Where is the treatment, it is going to get controlled. So regular bifocal is not going to work as effectively, but you have a choice at least to start somewhere. There is another product which is now available in India and online, which is MyStick On. So it's a 360 degree optical device that can be stick on any spectacle, which is roughly giving you multiple myopic defocus on the retina. If you want more precise, more controlled myopic defocus, then it is MyoVision by Arc Glasses. So it's a customized design to control myopia progression. It comes in polycarbonate material. It is a UV protected optical glass. It has optical markings for easy fitting. It's a cosmetically appealing lens. It is anti-scratch, anti-reflection, and high index and lightweight. So it has some special designs for myopia control. Then nowadays we have seen that most of the children has astigmatism, lot of astigmatism, myopic astigmatism, and this Arc company has come up with a RT Vision. Is the first time in the world anybody has come up with this design, which is specially targeted at a astigmatism control. It can be combined with myopic astigmatism, that is spherical myopia minus number and astigmatism. So that can be done with this particular design. The same polycarbonate, UV protection, optical markings, etc. So these photographs that I am showing you is just a representation of the design, but it is a customized design. So what it means is you have to give a lot of information to the company. So like pupil size, HVID, K1, K2, and vertex distance. If you have action length, it is much better, and age of the patients. Fully corrected optical spectacle RX, then patient's age. See, all this information you will already get from your Quresh, Chandrasekhar Quresh myopia morbidity risk factors. If you have that, you can send that image also. So last 3 years RX for better myopia control. So getting all this information, you send it to laser2020 at gmail.com, and they will design a special lens for you and ship it to you. So it got stuck again. So it is customized for individual patients. It will have a marking that you just put it at the optical center visual center of the patient, that is IPD matching, and you will get a exact effect of that lenses. So the Shekhar Eye Research has done a lot of research and created a special software that gives optical and chromatic aberrations on the optical lens to get the myopia control and astigmatism control. The lenses will be delivered to your optician or optometrist or ophthalmologist, and you can get it fitted into the special small spectacles for the kids. So this is of course not just for anybody. That means you can just email and get this. You have to get a certification. So your optometrist has to be myopia control certified optometrist to get this device delivered to them. So basically in the certification they will train you how to take the measurements, how to measure, how to monitor, and how to control. So you can get yourself certified. There is a website called myopiacontrolresearch.com, which has a lot of important information and links. There are a lot of handouts, PDF you can download. There is a lot of patient education. There is a lot of handouts that you can print out, display in your clinic. So there is another interesting thing, is a directory of myopia control practitioners and centers. So you can become a member and pay their fees and get yourself listed on the directory, so that anybody searches in Google myopia control practitioners near me, your name will come up. So that's the advantage for you to build your practice. These are practical tips for you to grow. So certification, hands-on training, etc. is always going to count. If you are really serious about incorporating this myopia control, you have to do this little extra certification program and hands-on training. So there is one free calculator available online to convince your parents that this child is going to become myopic at the age of 17. So one famous calculator which is free is by Brian Holden Vision Institute. You can just type in Brian Vision Institute myopia calculator and you will get this. So it looks like this. So you put in the whatever is the prescription now, age now, and what control you are going to do, and you will get this graph which shows if you don't do any control, you are going to get for minus 0.5 up to minus 6.75. If you do any control, the child is going to become 3.5 myopic at the age of 16, like that. So if you do aggressive control, you can still reduce it. There is another website called mykidvision.org. That's American website, where you again put in all the numbers, and you will get a prediction of how much myopia the child may get if you don't do anything. And if you do anything like bifocal spectacles or orthokeratology or multifocal spectacles, multifocal contact lenses, you are going to get a different results. So that is a good indication or help for you to convince your parents. Most important thing is more than 2.5 hours of outdoor timings, lifestyle modification, and good eating habits. This is definitely you can apply day one, right? Then you have orthokeratology, low dose atropine, multifocal soft contact lenses, myopia control spectacles, and of course avoid continuous close work. So after 45 minutes or 30 minutes, give a gap of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, look at a distance, and again sit and do all the homework or reading, writing in a bright daylight. Try and avoid any close work after sunset. So this is one free handout which combines everything in one go. If you are giving a single vision glass, this is what you are going to get at the age of 18 or 20. Thick glasses the child is going to look like this. So these are the if you have a low myopia, then cataract, mid myopia, that is your risk is moderate, then cataract or glaucoma, and if you are at a high risk, of course, retinal detachment. So these are some important links that you can go online and learn, understand, get yourself certified, and incorporate these myopia control practices into your practice. We have scheduled one Zoom meeting on next Friday at 7 o'clock called Coffee with Chandrasekhar and Ajit Lime. If you are interested in more practical conversation, you can attend this meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a wonderful, wonderful presentation, and we have learned invaluable tips and lessons for our practices. And I'm sure, like me, our audiences have also immensely enjoyed it. So, shall we move to the discussion, sir?
Please go ahead.
So the first question we received is from Mr. Dhanaraju, who asks that in bifocal, the defocus happens only in the lower part of the retina. And so what about the upper retinal area?
That is what I said, right? So if you give a simple bifocal, you are treating half, whereas you need something which will give defocus 360 degree. That's why all these Zeiss and SLR and Sight Vision and ARC companies have come up with the 360 degree defocus designs. The advantage of
similarly,
yeah, go ahead.
yes, sir, please continue. No, sir, please continue.
No, so that's what I was saying. So the advantage of this arc has a addition of astigmatism control. Most of these design are working on a spherical component. So you can have astigmatism converted into a spherical equivalent. That is, if you have -3 astigmatism, spherical equivalent is 1.5. So they will add that into whatever is your myopia, say -2. So your power will be -5, something like that, and then they will give addition of +3 or +2 or whatever. So that design is working, but it is, in my opinion, it is not accurate. So you have to have a specific designs. It's if you customize your optical lens bifocal or 360 degree bifocal, you can have an effective myopia management.
Okay, then coming to the astigmatism, we talked about Astivision. So what is the working principle of Astivision and how it helps to control the progression of astigmatism?
Yeah, just now as I said, in Astivision, this for the spherical component there is a different optical aberration and chromatic aberration given on that particular axis, and in the opposite axis there is a stronger addition given, optical as well as chromatic aberrations, to tackle both the curvatures of the retina, so that you get a 360 degree effective control in the axial length growth. So it is customized.
And, could you also explain your
Yeah.
okay.
So it is
So
customized.
could you explain your take on
Sorry, go
please
ahead.
continue, sir. I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead, Manasvi, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So could you explain your take on prescribing the base in prism as a measure to arrest the myopia progression?
Well, that has been very popular, method, thinking that accommodation is causing this myopia progression. That is how the ophthalmologists started concentrating on the accommodation factors. Yes, base in prism will help you in reducing the accommodation, but most of the designs are working on a myopic defocus concept. But of course, that will also help.
Similarly, in terms of myopia control, we also hear a lot of discussions about atropine, prescribing the atropine eye drops. So, what is your take on this?
It works fantastic. As I said, I usually combine atropine as well as my multifocal soft contact lenses or orthokeratology. Most of my children's are on orthokeratology because that's how I started. In 2004, I started orthokeratology, and most of the children's who are into sports, into swimming, into active, sports, they enjoy this because it is cosmetically appealing. Secondly, the parents are in control because the lenses are worn, this ortho-K molds are worn during the night when the child is sleeping. In the morning, the lenses are taken out. The child is free of any optical device, so he is free go outside and enjoy his life. If you give soft contact lenses, there is always a chance that something can go wrong. Spectacles, as you know, children keep on breaking spectacles. So, but of course, you have all the choices depending on the economy, how much a parent is ready to spend, how much you want to convince your patients. It's up to you, because you have to get convinced first. Then only you will be able to convince your patients or clients.
Like you said, the children are very happy with the orthokeratology lenses. And similarly, while we're talking about the multifocal scleral contact lenses, what was your experience with them? How effective are they in the myopic control?
Multifocal soft lenses I was mentioning, not scleral lenses.
I'm sorry, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, multifocal soft lenses.
Yeah. Multifocal soft lenses are wonderful. They are available in India since 2018. The addition is +3 to +4. It works fantastic. I combine that with the atropine again. See, 0.01% atropine is very good modality. By the time children comes to me, because I don't see a regular patients, I don't have a optical outlet. So patients are usually referred to me or they come searching me online. So by the time they come to me, they are already -2, -3, or -5 or something like that. So I usually combine with atropine. The idea is to restrict the progression of myopia less than -5. The ideal restriction is up to 3. If it is less than 3, then the child is safe. They may not get early cataracts or glaucoma or any retinal issues. The moment it goes up to -5. Hello. 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 I guess there was some network connection.
So we've
Unmuted.
a small
Sorry, there was some
bit of
network.
technical issues.
Yeah, network connection was at fault. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So my question was, while we're talking about multifocal contact lenses, how effective will it be if we prescribe multifocal spectacles? We've already discussed about the effect of bifocals, but how effective would it be if the patient is not able to afford the multifocal soft contact?
Yeah. So with the studies, it has been now proven, right, that it is working. With simple bifocal, executive bifocal, you get about 50% efficacy, myopia control. With this latest designs by MySight company, which got a US FDA approval, they claim almost 70 to 74% myopia control, which is very good, which is almost equivalent to orthokeratology, which is 80% myopia control. So definitely it will work.
Similarly, sorry. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the answer. Similarly, we have another question from Mr. Ananta Paudel, who asks, sir, what factors can be concluded for myopia control on post-operative IOL implantation for pediatric population, since the child has binocular disorders? So in that case, what do we do?
Yes, so that's a very good question. See, binocular distortion has to be managed by vision therapist, or you can learn and it has to be applied, right? See, these lenses are giving you a vision, that is, you are putting a focus on the fovea and you are giving a myopic defocus at the periphery, but both eyes has to work together, right? So that's where the role of vision therapist comes in, and you have to treat the child accordingly.
Similarly, a couple of our audiences want to know more about the stick-on. So if you could elaborate on that.
Well, that is it is non-customized, easy to use, simple device, which has +4 diopters into that, and it can be stick on from the back side of the spectacles on any power. So it is not a customized device. See, the customized device is customized based on the HVID, pupil size, K1, K2, perfect refraction. So every zone 360 degree has a different kind of a optical aberration, and there is a chromatic aberration also to get a accurate control. If you use just a stick on, which is the cheapest modality available, which will work, it's like, it's better than prescribing just a bifocal glasses.
Thank you for the answer, sir. Similarly, we have another question. A couple of our audiences also want to know, as an optometrist, which method is best as a general for the control of progression of myopia till date?
As again and again I have been telling you, orthokeratology is the best treatment combined with atropine. If for any reason, that is financial reasons, you can go with a multifocal soft contact lenses combined with atropine. And if if both are not possible, then atropine and healthy lifestyle. And of course now you have more choices on spectacles, bifocal spectacles, 360 degree spectacles. So it's up to you what choice you want to give or present to the patient. So see, it's a practice management. Of course this talk is not about practice management, I will not go into that, but you have to judge which patient will benefit with which technology, who is affording kind of patient, who has issues with the following your advised technique or treatment financially, as well as their lifestyle. Because see, all children are not going to be in a same way. Not all children will allow you to put contact lenses in the eyes, right? But eye drops, definitely they will allow. Ortho-K again is a parents that they are going to put it into children's eyes. So again, that is the most safest thing. But it's expensive, but it is most effective. So you choose whatever you want. So again, going back to that point system, Chandrasekhar Quresh point system, I guess this is this presentation is going to be recorded and made available afterwards, so they can again go back to that point system and start putting those points, and if it is less than 3, the child or parents can go without any headache. If it is, and of course you are going to monitor every year, if it is less than 6, then he is moderate myopic risk, and then if it is more than 9, then definitely you have to do aggressive myopia management. So you can
thank you.
Yeah, give that information.
Yes.
Use the myopia calculator and convince your parents or child.
Similarly, we have another question. Can we still prescribe
Sorry, I lost you. Hello?
I'll repeat the question. Yes, sir. I'll repeat the question. Can we still prescribe Ortho-K lenses for kids who have lazy eye with high myopia, say more than 5 diopters?
Yes, of course. Of course. See, you prescribe your Ortho-K lenses and put them on active vision therapy for the lazy eyes, right? Amblyopia treatment you can start actively. And see, if you don't do anything, of course you are allowing that laziness or amblyopia to continue, right? First of all, the treatment of lazy eye is what? You have to correct first. Give a proper correction so that the fovea gets information correctly. And of course at the same time you are giving Ortho-K or multifocal soft lens, so that will help to control the myopia progression. And see, the Ortho-K is available up to -8 diopters, so which I don't think the children have -8. Of course it depends on at what age they come to you, but earlier you catch them, you can treat them better.
Thank you for another question. Okay. Talking about that, we have another question by Mr. Harish, who asks what age will be ideal to start the myopia progression treatment.
As early as possible. See, I have started at the age of 5 also, because both the parents were myopic, high myopic, and they already knew that there is a history of their generations. So they know that the child is definitely going to become myopic. So we started at the age of 5. So as early as possible.
All
Why
right,
why to wait?
so
Because once the eyeball is enlarged, you cannot shrink it back. So now is the time to start controlling it.
all right, thank you for the answer. So similarly, Ms. Jyoti Mundra asks, have you prescribed anyone with the stick-on lenses, and what is your take on it, along with the cosmesis issue that we can face with the stick-on?
Frankly, I don't prescribe stick-ons. I do customized job. If they can't afford my treatment, then I refer to my best friends who can help them with cheaper options.
All right.
See,
All right.
I am
We
going.
have.
I'll
Yes, sir.
give you some little practical tips here. This is a practice management tips. I am going to spend the same amount of hours, say 45 minutes to 1 hour, convincing that parents what is good, what is not, what is myopia control, how it works, this, that. And after spending that much time with them, if I just take a consultation fee and give them some cheap option, it's not a good practice management, right? So, and in my practice of so many years, I have realized that the more you charge to the patient respects you more. So it's up to you. It is